Good morning. I'm Karen Lebo from VintageDazzle.etsy.com, and it is the start of a new weekly blog. Hanging in there during the quarantine. Still working, still selling a few things, which is nice. I was expecting everything to shut down completely, and it may yet, but I am still getting some sales. And I was going to show you sales, except that I packaged them all up last night so I could get carrier pickup, and it's dark at night in my office. I just can't film, so I don't know how I'm going to reconcile that. Maybe I can show you things at 5 o'clock when there's still some light for the next day. I don't know. But anyway, I did not list anything that I haven't showed you yet. Getting ready to do a whole bunch of listing of textiles and clothing and a little bit of jewelry, so I'll be able to show you those tomorrow. Hope everybody's staying safe. Well, this is what I've been doing today. I've been painting this fence. I did all of this part today, just the front and sides. I did all of this part all down there yesterday, and then tomorrow I'm going to do the back sides, and that side over there really doesn't need to be done too badly. It's not a priority, but yeah, we're trying to get everything up to code so the city will leave us alone. Okay, I'm going to show you what I listed today, even though the light is terrible. I listed these African trade beads. These are called chevron beads. That's something I just learned today. Because you see the little stripes? They kind of have points at the top and bottom. They look like little chevrons. And the more layers that they're made with, the more valuable they are. Can look on the ends and figure out how many layers were used. Now these, I feel pretty confident, are not antique beads. They're more modern, but they're in a desirable style. They are handmade. They might have been made in somewhere in Africa. They might have been made in India. Not really sure, but two little strands of them. I listed those for $26. And then I had a special request to list these beads. These are Peruvian green opal beads, and I listed those for $28, and those sold right away. I also listed a couple of tablecloths, which I will slip in some pictures to show you. One is a very large Egyptian cotton tablecloth with a printed Egyptian theme on it, and 6 matching napkins, and that I listed for $38. And then the second one is this lovely embroidered linen cloth. I think this is probably Eastern European. Could be Poland, Romania, Serbia, somewhere. I don't know exactly where, but I think just the workmanship and style and everything, that would be my guess. It is a bit of a guess, but anyway. It's a beautiful piece, and it also has 6 matching napkins, and that I listed for $28. It's amazing that these incredible linens don't sell for more, but I guess there's just a whole lot of them out there. Okay, and now I'm gonna show you what else I sold besides these beads. Okay, this is what else I sold. I sold this Chinese pottery shard pendant necklace. And that sold for $26. This little sterling silver and garnet Native American ring. Really nice metal work on that. $32 on that. This is a sterling silver little perfume bottle pendant necklace, and that sold for $45. And the beads were $28. I may have said $29, but they're $28. You can get a little better look at them now. One of these was broken, but I glued it back together, and you can't even see. You can't even tell which one it is.
We are out for our walk, making ourselves walk even though it's raining. It's going to be raining all day, but I just thought I would show you this beautiful succulent that we see on these nice rocks. I like the landscaping. Oh, my husband is like holding the umbrella above me as I walk.
from my wet, cold, well, cold in the 50s. That's cold for us. Back from my walk. And we have my, where are you? This is my decaffeinated constant comment tea. And my tiny, tiny, tiny little cutie that I'm eating. And reading my Maine Antiques Digest. This is a gift from my mother-in-law, Sally. She gives me a subscription every year for Christmas to the Maine Antiques Digest. It's fun. Has a lot of auction news and stuff like that. Most of it's centered in the Northeast, but some things from California area. But it's fun to see what things sell for. Okay, so here's what I am packaging up tonight to ship tomorrow. We have a couple of silk scarves. This one is an Oscar de la Renta long skinny scarf with a floral pattern. And that one was 22, I think. And this one is no designer, but it's a really beautiful, very large silk scarf with it's got a floral pattern on it that looks kind of like it was watercolored, although it is printed. But it's really beautiful. And that one was, yeah, I think the Oscar was 22 and the other was 18. I might have those backwards. And then to another person, one person, I sold this antique early American pattern glass pitcher. And that sold for $29. And then this is a David Anderson enamel and sterling silver brooch from Norway. And that one was $49, I think. And then we have this little antique silver-plated coin holder. It goes on a chatelaine. You put your coins in here to, pay your paper boy or whatever. You carry it at your waist. A really cute little piece. That was $45 plus that one was $10 shipping, international shipping. And then lastly we have this, sorry my shadow's in the way, this cute hand-painted wooden angel from Guatemala. I think it's Guatemala. It's definitely Central America. It could be Mexico, but I think it's Guatemala. And that sold for $95. Well, this is a pretty incredible sunset. Of course, it doesn't look as good on my phone as it does in real life. In real life, it's just incredible, but you can get kind of a sense of how cool it is. Okay, so here is what I'm packing up tonight to ship tomorrow. We have this lovely turquoise nugget pendant, Native American. It is signed M.E. It's a little hard to see. And that sold for, oh dear, it's in foreign currency. 5,000 somethings. It's going to Japan. I'll let you know in a minute. And then this sweet little faux stone ring. It's a little pink. I think they're cubic zirconias. They're nice faux stones. Little diamonds and something pink. Sterling silver band. And that one sold for $24. And then the last thing was out of my craft shop, my Karen Lebo shop. And this is some fabric. It's Guatemalan hand-woven fabric. And that sold for $26. Hi there, it is Thursday evening. Still pouring down rain. Can't believe all this rain. I know the light's really bad. I'm going to show you what I'm packaging to ship off tomorrow. One person bought 2 rings. These are from my recent eBay ring lot, which is just about gone. I can't believe how fast these rings have sold. And she bought this sterling silver hinged bangle bracelet. And that is by Walter E. Hayward is the maker on that. It's a nice little antique one. That bracelet sold for $36. And this probably Edwardian ring. It is a faux stone, but it's quite a nicely made ring. And that sold for $34. And then this cameo ring with the garnets. These are, I have seen these called Bohemian garnets. They've got the old style cut. And that sold for $72. And then a different customer bought the little green cat's eye ring with the marcasites. And that one sold for goodness sake. Sorry, that one sold for $32. And I have a bunch of stuff that I've listed, but I am going to show it to you tomorrow when the light's better. I meant to do it today and I forgot. Everything's all out of whack. My schedule is really messed up. Oh, but I made I made 2 new face masks today. They're better than the first ones I made, so maybe I'll show them to you tomorrow. Hello there. It is Friday afternoon. Just a little while ago got back from our daily walk. Tried out the new face masks that I made yesterday, and they seem to work pretty well. I would like to be making some and, selling them at cost or giving them away or whatever, but I'm not a very good seamstress and they're pretty ugly, so I don't know. I wouldn't really feel comfortable selling them. But anyway, I would like to show you some items that I have listed over the last couple of days, so that's what I'll do. Okay, this is all the jewelry I've listed. Some of this is from my recent eBay haul. Some is from my sister-in-law Amelia that I've had around. Not sure what else is here. This is a Corocraft rhinestone brooch. I replaced a few of the stones on it, and it's just about good as new. And the Corocraft listed for $24. This is a sterling silver pottery shard brooch and pendant. It's a transfer printed pottery, so it's not super old or anything, but it is in sterling silver. It's nicely done. And let's see, that sold for that listed for $29. This is a nicely made spoon bracelet, or I guess they could be forks. But anyway, they're made out of old silver plate flatware. Anyway, let's see, that I listed for $28. And then this is a sterling silver, kind of a rope necklace. The maker on this is Geo Art, and I guess it's fairly collectible. I see some pretty good prices on these. The artist is Cynthia, oh gosh, it's either Hale or Gale now, I can't remember. But let's see, that listed for $42. This is a little rhinestone brooch that you might remember on the haul video. It had a stem sticking up here with no bloom on it. So I cut that off and bent it and hid it. And if you didn't know it was missing, you wouldn't see anything wrong with that, I don't think. Let's see. I listed that for... I don't know. For some reason I didn't write down the price, but I think it was around $26. And then this green turquoise pendant made from a great big bead. I think that this might be Corisco Lake turquoise. It's really a distinctive lime green color. very pretty piece of turquoise. The findings on these are, it's a little bit, they're a little bit worse for wear, but they're functioning. And, you know, everybody's going to be looking at the turquoise. They're not going to be looking at the findings. Anyway, let's see. I listed that for 34. And then the rest of the items are clothing and textiles, which I will slip in pictures to show you. There was this dark pink embroidered pillow cover. I believe the stitching is in silk, and the cloth of the cover itself is black cotton, and that I listed for 27. And this is an iCat woven silk blouse, almost certainly from the 80s because it's got some great big old shoulder pads in it. It's got the fringe on the front and the covered buttons. That I listed for 34. And here we have a Guatemalan Weeple shirt with the embroidered rose. Oops, sorry, had to replace my batteries. We were talking about the Guatemalan Weeple with the rows of little tiny birds and animals. I think that they're birds and bunny rabbits. And that I listed for 36. Then we have a lot of vintage handkerchiefs. I think there were 16 handkerchiefs plus a couple of tiny little embroidered cocktail napkins. And that listed for 19. Chinese tapestry, silk embroidered tapestry with all of these little children, which all happen to be boys, which I think is kind of sad. That I listed for 27. And then this is a very, very large linen, I think, tablecloth with different shades of pink embroidery. That I listed for 39. And I think that is it. So yeah, since I am wrapping up my things at night, it makes filming a little more tricky. But I'm trying to work through it. It is Sunday morning, and I don't think I filmed anything yesterday. So I'll try and get caught up today. I have 3 things that I already packaged and sent off yesterday that I did not show you, so I'm going to try and show them to you on the computer. If not, I'll get some pictures and show you. And then I'll show you a few things that I listed also yesterday. Oops, sorry, I'm petting my kitty. Let me just get a little Muffin in here. There she is. Muffin is in big, big trouble. Muffin is back in jail because, for whatever reason, we just don't know, but she took a big dump on the middle of the kitchen floor. No idea why she would do such a thing. But it's a problem that we've had with her over the years, is that she doesn't use her litter box. And so it requires about a month of keeping her upstairs, because her transgressions all seem to be downstairs. I think that she's marking. She maybe saw a cat outside, smelled a mouse. I don't know what it was, but anyway. So we just keep her upstairs for about a month. She has several rooms she can play in, and make sure that she's back in the habit of using her box correctly. And then we can start letting her downstairs as just a little bit, supervised. So, what a cat. Okay, here we have a few things that I got listed yesterday. Not too many. Really been falling down on the job with my listings. I need to do better. But anyway, this is like a 1980s set with great big old honkin' rhinestone and faux pearl stud earrings and a matching necklace. That I listed for 26. And then this lovely rhinestone 2-piece buckle. This was a gift from one of my lovely YouTubers. It needed some stone replacement, and which I did. and that I listed for 22. And then, let's see, this came from my eBay lot that I bought recently, and this also did. Now this concho belt, it cleaned up really nice. I did have to spend a lot of time polishing it, but I had just a lot of tarnish and dirt and yuck on it. Now I do not believe these stones are turquoise. In fact, I'm 99% sure they're not. But a couple of them have little teeny tiny chips that lead me to believe they are some kind of stone. But they just don't quite look like turquoise. But anyway, they are silver-plated steel. And I imagine that they're not actually stamped. They're cast. But it looks really nice. I was very pleased with how it turned out. I listed that concho belt for $39. Okay, so here we have some items that have sold over the last couple of days. Some I've already sent off. Some are still up in the attic, but I'm going to try showing you this other method to see if it works. But this is a, well, you can see right here, Amida Damascene, made in Kyoto, inlaid with gold and silver. Original boxes have never been used. It's in mint condition. That sold for $68. Okay, and now we have, okay, so I sold these two adorable little Guatemalan folk art little dolls, and those two dolls sold for $32. And I sold this assortment of linen U.S. travel postcards, and those sold for $18. And this is a very old, probably a Victorian silver mesh brooch, probably from China, and that sold for $22. I know my camera's moving all over the place. This is maybe not the most ideal way to do this. This is an assemblage folk art piece, which I think is probably Native American, but it does have some religious, Christian religious symbology, some beadwork. A very interesting piece. I've never seen anything quite like it. Whenever I see something that's unique and I can't find any others like it, I tend to put a high price on it and then just wait for the right person to come along. Which is what I did for this. I sold that for $79. So, pretty cool piece. And then I sold this textile. This is a gorgeous piece of embroidery. Let's see, where's my cursor so I can show you more of what it looks like. Really pretty. I think this might be from Turkey. I'm not sure though, but it's really, really beautiful embroidery. Ready to be made into something. And that sold for $38. And I think, yeah, I think that's everything I've sold in the last couple days.